All right, we're back here in Poppy's garage and did a video to explain some of the little details about replacing your dash. And in that video, I was mentioning that on your Dodges with the diesel, you notice there's two batteries. And I mentioned about toward the end of the video about cleaning the terminals while they're off. Make sure they're tight. It almost has to be ideal perfect. And I'll tell you why, because I think it's the 94 through the 2002 or 2003. They can pick up what they call like an RF interference that will cause it to shift erratically, like from third to fourth, fourth to third, back and forth. There's nothing wrong with your transmission. There's a couple things that could be wrong, but one thing in particular, everybody talks about, make sure you got a good ground. That's absolutely the truth. Make sure your grounds are clean, and not just at the battery. Anywhere there's a ground on the fender well area up under the hood, you check that and make sure. This particular truck also has a extra ground that goes all the way down to the transmission itself. You can see here we've put a new bolt through this one and cleaned them up real good. But there's another product on the market by BD. It's called a noise isolator. And this is the best thing I've ever found to solve this issue. Like I said, it will pick up somehow in the wiring an RF interference that will interfere with the communications about when it's time to shift, why it should shift. So it's a real simple device, very inexpensive. There it is, right there. 30 bucks plus shipping from BD. It's a BD noise isolator specifically made for these models. I'll tell you this too, even the dealerships at one time had no clue what the problem was. They were rebuilding transmissions and it would work for a while, and the reason it would work for a while is because it's simply the when you work on your vehicle, you have to hook the batteries back up. Well, that helps the problem. Sometimes that does cure the problem as long as they're hooked back up good. But any loose connections and stuff like that, it's going to start acting up. So BD offers this noise isolator, very simple to install. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe the wire that you identify going to your ECM there on the firewall, which by the way contains the transmission control module also. I think it's a blue and orange wire, blue wire with an orange stripe maybe. Your instructions will tell you what to look for. You just clip it in there, just pinch it, put it in there. Other end goes to a good ground on the firewall, not the firewall, I'm sorry, to the fender well, and you're good to go. Just make sure it's a good clean connection. And I'd say that'll cure your problem. And I know many people, get frustrated trying to figure this out. What's going on with this thing? Well, that's it in a nutshell. Clean, tight connections on your battery, and the BD noise isolator. I'm not getting paid by them to do this, but by George, it's amazing to me how these people out here can figure this stuff out more so than the dealerships. It's pure outright disgusting, if you ask me. And I'm not, well, yes, I am. I'm slamming the Dodge dealerships' abilities to rectify the owner's issues with these vehicles. So they should be ashamed of themselves, after they put a product out with a messed up dash, and now people have to be bothered with this shifting problem. So, all right, I may do another video concerning the cold air intakes. I haven't decided yet, and that'll come up maybe in a couple of weeks. You know, adding these things to your truck, what does it do? Should you do it? You know, will it harm anything? So yeah, stay tuned. I might try to work on that. But thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. I just pity some of y'all folks out yonder that have been burdened with these little small issues. The Cummins engine is far superior to any diesel engine I've ever seen, but the additional BS is added to being an owner of one of these trucks, such as the dash and then the shifting problem. Hey, somebody's got to help. Dodge sure didn't. But anyway, enjoy it. Got any questions? Shoot me a comment. Thank you guys.